Former President Donald Trump's rivals in the 2024 election put aside their differences to condemn the FBI and Justice Department, following the release of special counsel John Durham's report on the Trump-Russia investigation. Durham released the long-awaited report, finding the DOJ had no proper basis to launch the investigation. Neither agency appears to have possessed any actual evidence of collusion. Since its release, Republicans across the board, including those running against Trump in 2024, have slammed the DOJ and FBI for political bias and a failure in judgment. Governor Ron DeSantis, who has not announced a bid for the White House, but is considered Trump's leading rival, posted on Twitter saying, "The Durham report confirmed what we already knew about the false conspiracy theory Russia interfered with the 2016 presidential election. It reminds us of the need to clean house at these agencies, as they've never been held accountable for this egregious abuse of power." GOP presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy went even further, repeating his call to shut down the FBI, which he called a corrupt institution.
This is deeply concerning, and it just reaffirms a call that I made in early March to say that the next president actually needs to shut down the FBI. This is a corrupt institution that has repeatedly revealed itself to be politicized. And I think when you have an administrative rot that runs that deep, you cannot reform it top down. You have to actually shut it down.
2024 presidential candidate Nikki Haley released a similar statement calling for consequences. The Durham report is damning evidence of the rot in our government. No party, no politician should weaponize government to go after political opponents. There must be consequences or this will never end. On the other side, former Governor Asa Hutchinson, who announced his candidacy for president in early April, said he fears Trump will use the Durham report's findings to undermine respect for the U.S. justice system.
The problem, what we'll see, is that Donald Trump will use this as a means to undermine all of law enforcement, use it as a means to undermine our institutions that are so important in our justice system.
He then referred to the recent court verdict, finding Trump liable for sexual assault against E. Jean Carroll.
We don't want a criticism of that to undermine the respect that we have for our civil justice system, our criminal justice system. And so that's what you can expect from Donald Trump, rather than serious reform and a serious effort.
Trump reacted to the report's release, saying, "Wow, after extensive research, special counsel John Durham concludes the FBI never should have launched the Trump-Russia probe." In other words, the American public was scammed, just as it is being scammed right now by those who don't want to see greatness for America. Durham did not recommend any criminal charges. The FBI, in a statement, said the agency had already implemented dozens of corrective actions, which have now been in place for some time in response to Durham's report. Had those reforms been in place in 2016, the missteps identified in the report could have been prevented.